Over here. Yeah. My goodness, this one looks like a bay. Yes, it does. And you're not seeing all of it. Like if I pull this down, you'll see the rest of it, which is like here. You see that yet? Oh no, we're still going, still going, still going. And there's the top. Yes. Yes, this is going to be a very long one, which is kind of why I'm coming in here every now and again and just, doing an hour or so, because this is going to take a long, long, long time to do. But I'm up for it. I've done it again. I'm going upwards and I want to be going this way. Right, so another number 3. Did I finish that number 3? I don't remember. So that goes to there. Oh, there's a whole lot of it. All right, let's just do this bit here. Yeah, this is the unicorn one. And the problem is there's going to be a lot of episodes on this. Like a hell of a lot of episodes. I think I'll get back in January. Yeah, it's probably, I might be about a quarter way through it by then. I started somewhere else, didn't I? Yeah, here. Yeah, this all joins into it. This is the awkward part of these, right? Is that I don't remember where I just was when I take my eyes off the page, or off the canvas rather. And every time I do and I come back to it, I go back to a different spot. And then the problem is I invariably end up painting over the number and then forgetting where it is until later on. And then I have to play the whole where's Waldo, or where's Wally rather, with the number. But I have a feeling, Seven, that this one's going to look very good when it's done, because this one is very intricate. So, as I've said a couple of times now, it should be one of the nicer looking ones. And this one isn't even the worst one that I'll be doing. I think the worst one that I'm going to be doing is after I finish my grandkids ones, I've got a Joker one to do, which is for me. And I believe that one makes this one look like the dinosaur one did. But yeah, it's good to have a bit of a challenge, and it just means that I've got plenty to do. This is why I recommend paint by numbers to people so much, because if you get a nice, good one like this, it just consumes you for weeks and months. And, at the end of it, you've got something really nice to show for it. And if you were going for a bad time at the time, you can think to yourself, well, yeah, I did have a really bad experience, but look at what come out of it. And I know that actually works because I've done it. My bedroom painting is my favourite one, as I've said a number of occasions now. And that was at the height of me being really ill. So yeah. Just do that there. It's just that I find the biggest issue with these is they can get very demoralizing after a while. Like, because you're constantly just doing little bits like I'm doing right now, they take so long to do because you're trying to be so careful not to go over the lines, obviously, right? But then when you look back after it and you say like, oh, I've done 2 hours here, and you look at it and you're like, what, that took you 2 hours? Really? And then that's the demoralizing part. But I try and avoid thinking of it that way. I try and think about it, about the enjoyment I got while I was doing it, not how long it's taking, It's the kind of advice I give to my wife a lot. I want to put my tiger painting back on the wall, but there's no space. I can't wait to get a house. Oh, you'll have to show us your tiger painting if you haven't already. Just pop it in my Discord in photos. I love to look at what other people have been doing, whether or not it's like crocheting, Lego building, car builds, you name it. I'm interested in anybody's hobbies, because you never know, you might spark somebody else to do it, and they wouldn't have thought to do it if they hadn't seen your picture. Good. We're getting back to dad jokes. Whoop, whoop. Here we go. Supplies. Right. Dad joke of the day. I once took the P out of pirate and it made him very angry. Oh my God. That is pitiful. It made him irate. Yeah. Oh no. I don't believe I have. I did it years ago in college when I studied. Oh, you studied art. I wish I could do art. I really do. Hated it for years. Figured out what to do. Fix it now. I love it, and I never actually fixed it though. Oh yeah, please show us a picture of it. I'd love to see that. And I don't just mean it. I don't just not just saying it. I mean it. I really enjoy seeing what other people can do, and then get really jealous because I haven't got an artistic bone in my body. Come on. Get down there. And then there. I wanted to take a bath, but then decided to leave it where it was. Oh my God. Oh, awful. Nothing wrong with a good dad joke, is there? What's this? If you chop off your left thumb, your right thumb is left. Yes, it is. Nice little play on words. Come on. Perfect. Look at that. We're almost finished. Look. This is a nice paint to paint with. It's exactly the right consistency. It's covering properly and it's spreading really well. My mind is disgusting. I just want you all to know that. They were perfectly innocent comments, right? What's this? What do the Norwegian Navy put barcodes on their ship? Or why do the Norwegian Navy put barcodes on their ships? No, God, I've got no idea. Why do they put them on the ships? So when they come into harbour, they can scan the Navy in. Oh my God. See, now you've just given Pitbull a new joke. Scan the Navy in. I like that one. Scandinavian. I once visited a postcard factory. It was good, but nothing to write home about. See, now you can't make me laugh. I'm doing integral stuff. I don't want to go over the lines. Is that you? Is it that late? Oh, is it? It's not your birthday, is it? Oh, my missus has come upstairs. She's having a shower. I thought it was her birthday. I'm gonna get slapped so hard. There. That's pretty good. Now I'm guessing that this all goes up in here, yeah. Again, I took my eyes off the prize. Takes a lot of guts to be an organ donor. It's bad luck to be superstitious. Okay. That's a 10 there, isn't it? We're on a number 5, so we're going to do this 5 here. I did just see another joke come up, but this one's right there, and I just want to get it done. Oh no, don't start me giggling, please. Here we go. That bit there. This one down here. Perfect. Look at that. Most puns make me feel numb. Math puns make me feel numb. Oh my god, that was awful, people. Oh, that's more of a pity laugh on that one. Oh. So, when I have my surgery done, I'm going to see if I can live stream it. What do you think? Do you think that'd be a good idea? I'm not sure how chatty I'm going to be, but you know. Brilliant. Finally got around to watching Back to the Future. It's about... Oh, for God's sake. That one's going to have me chuckling later on. You're such an arse, Pitbull. Right, 13. Let's do these up here. Be nice if I could just get a little bit of this done to make it look like I've actually done something today. It's bad. Right. Okay, we'll do a number 9 next. I love that cleaning station. Number 999. There we go. It's funny, when I was painting in the 9 a little while ago, I didn't see any others, and now they're all over the bleeding place. What? 9. There. Oh, come on. I know I see another bloody number 9. Or was that a 19 I said? I just loaded up the brush again. Let me just go over that there because it's still showing the number through. A bit there and then there. Alright, well, that's obviously why I'm doing that. When it becomes apparent. What's this? Well, when does a job become a dad joke? When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. Oh my god, cigar. just so stupid they're funny. Or is it just me? Am I just like that level of intelligence these days? And becomes a parent. Oh, I can't do this while you're making me laugh. There. Yeah. And here. See, I imagine, right? What's this? A lot of my others are kind of dark and offensive. Well, you know, feel free to message me, you know, because I do actually have a sense of humour. You can go as dark as you like, because I'm one of the very few people in the world, it would seem, that can actually take a joke for what it's meant to be, not just take offence over it, you know? I mean, all jokes are at somebody's expense at some points, and, you know, they're designed to make people laugh. And granted, not all jokes are appropriate, I suppose, but I think any joke can be appropriate to the right person who can take it in the spirit in which it was given. Wow, that was a political mind fest to explain. I think I did a good job on that. 10 has a 10 there. I'm going to have that. There. Brilliant. Right, so we've got an 11. Right, well, let's start knocking these numbers off and get this little chunk done. So 11. Oh, bit of white. I also found the photo of my tiger and walking. Oh, brilliant. That joke was pretty good, one. Yeah, probably not the best for the stream, but yeah, I thought that was funny. Oh my god, they're amazing. That wolf's incredible. Well done. See, now I'm jealous because you can do that and I can't. I could just about handle putting a blob of colour in a box that says what number it is. I'd love to be able to do what you can do. What's that? But that looks really good. Really good. All seriousness, when I went to GalaxyCon a couple of weeks ago, I went to a Q&A panel with Stephen Amell, the guy who played Oliver Queen in Arrow. He made a comment about loving dad jokes, and someone told him that when it becomes apparent joke, and he laughed so hard he almost fell out of his chair. Yeah, he's a nice guy, isn't he? I mean, I've never met him. It's just the vibe I kind of get from him. 7. Let's do a number 7 because there's a couple of these. Thing is, though, is if you did enough paint by numbers, you'd start naturally to pick up how to paint light layers without. I mean, I've done quite a few of these, and I've got to be honest. It's funny you should mention that because I was thinking to myself, because I'm also doing colouring books as well. Like, my family's bought me quite a few superhero colouring books, and I've been experimenting a lot with shading with that in the book, and I'm not good by any stretch of the imagination, at least I don't think so, but when I look at the picture it actually looks right. So maybe you've got a point. Maybe what I should do is I should actually trace a picture myself, because I couldn't draw one, but trace a picture myself and then just colour it in myself with the paints that I've got. Not like I don't have any. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? I have to paint over it with white and start again, right? And I could actually do that on stream, because you know me, I don't care what people think about me. I don't care if they think I'm an idiot or whatever, you know, or that I'm not talented. I openly admit I'm not. But, you know, I might be able to get some hints and tips. Like somebody might turn around and say, no, don't put that colour there. Mix it with that one and that. Well, it might be a good idea, actually. You're like subconsciously teaching yourself shade theory. Yeah, but pretty much. I'm trying, you know. Because I've always wanted to actually create something from my head. You know, I find that incredibly fascinating. Like, I'm forever watching those street artists, you know, with the spray cans and stuff, and it just looks bloody awful until they take the last bit off, and it's like, wow, I didn't see that coming. You know, all the lifelike drawers that can draw so well that you can't tell the difference. Graffiti, yeah, graffiti's another thing. You know, even that's a really good art. I mean, during college, they encourage you to project the image to draw it bigger on a canvas to help with perspective and proportion. Okay, that's not bad. Well, see, I've never been to art college, and I barely went to school, to be honest. I had a bit of a crappy school. I had a situation where I had to leave a lot earlier than I was expected. But no, I didn't know that. I tried to, because I've got an iPad. Well, I've actually got a Samsung Galaxy tablet now, because I got rid of my iPad because Apple can suck my nuts. But yeah, I got the pen and everything else, and I was following those Procreate people that were teaching you how to draw basically and paint. And I did a couple of candles on my own, just following what they turned around and said. And they didn't come out too bad, actually. Even my wife, who's incredibly talented, looked at them and turned around and said, you may not think that that's a really good candle, but that actually looks real. Like, that could be a real candle. The lighting is right. You've done it all right. So you need to give yourself a pat on the back. But I'm not the type of person that takes compliments well, I guess. Unless, of course, it's about my stunning good looks, and in which case, then it's just the truth, right? If you get fairly savvy with editing photos together, even if you use vectors or imaging offline, put some form of composition and then trace the project image and then draw the outline, and then you've made... Oh! That's a really good idea! Oh, I could do with my grandkids. I do have other things other than grandkids, just so as everybody knows. They are just my absolute world, genuinely, and yeah. Like most grandparents, and you know, they can't wait to get rid of their grandkids and go home. I'm the one that actually gets sad when they leave. You know, like really sad. Mr. Tactical Big, how you doing, buddy? Apparently the EMS stuff is all repaired, from what I understand, or I was told. I haven't actually been in there to test it myself, because I went to go in there and test, but they had to shut the server down because they're doing stuff and things in there. So I don't know if you're prepared to go in there and just give it a go and see if the garages are working and whatever. If not, I was going to try and pop in there at some point tomorrow, depending on how I feel, because it's got to get tested for the opening day, which is really soon. Then you can start to learn how to compose an image, and then you can put it together with your shade and colour theory. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. There's no reason not to. What am I going to lose? A bit of paint, a bit of paper. But the learning experience, because no one's an artist overnight unless you're born with the talent, right? So where's the harm in at least trying, I guess? Number 2, we'll do this one here. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I can also get my missus to give me a hand as well, because, you know, she, like I keep saying, she's talented at it. And I do say that through gritted teeth, because she hardly ever does it. And it's like, if I could do it, I'd be doing it all the time. But it's kind of funny, because most people didn't know that I did paint by numbers and other kind of artistic stuff behind the scenes. They just would never couple me with this as being a hobby. But I do this a lot. Like, I'm actually doing it less now that I'm streaming it, because I'm finding that I find it difficult sometimes to press the go live button when I'm not feeling too good. But you guys are getting me over that step by step, little by little. But yeah, I would sit up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning doing this. Just me in here on my own, just minding my own business and painting. That's why paintings never really took as long as what these are now. Yeah, no worries, buddy. But that's okay, because I get another bonus to doing this, because, you know, when my grandkids want to, if they ever want to, you know, because they're not obliged to. And if the grandkids don't like their pictures, then they don't like their pictures. You know, it's as simple as that. But if they ever wanted to see it being done and listen to me or watch me do them, then they have that ability to as well. You know, most paintings, when they're handed down over the years and stuff, they come with a history, right, of a really famous painter or whatever else. But you never really get to see the whole thing manifest in front of you. And I just thought this was a fantastic idea, because YouTube don't get rid of videos and what have you. And then also I have a copy of the entire thing that I do here as well. And if they ever wanted to show their grandkids or kids, you know, maybe one day when I'm gone, because, you know, it's going to happen, then maybe they'll appreciate it. Maybe not. Who knows? You know, that's the way I look at it, and that's why I do it anyway. Right, so what have we got here? We've got number 1, which is a white. It's not always a good idea to do white after you've done black, but we're going to give it a try. Oh, this is a good, or is it? No, that's a good white paint. I finally got a good paint. Come down here. Perfect. And then down in there. Brilliant. Right, so we've got 12, 19, 19, and a couple of 4s. As long as you don't let the first one you do put you off doing it again. Yeah, no, exactly. You know, my biggest problem is proportion. Like, anytime I draw anything, it's really weird. I can tell when a picture is out of proportion, but I can't put it right. I just can't. Like, the body would be too long for a dog's head, always. And no matter what I try and do, I can't seem to get it right. But even I look at it and go, that's wrong. And I just can't do it, you know? It's weird. There. This one down here. And I know there's a big 4 over there, but if I get involved in that, I'll be here forever. And I've just heard the wife's hairdryer stop, so that means her hair's dry, which means she's going to go. I was just explaining what you were going to do. Oh, you're in there. Oh, yeah, there's. I've put. Where is it? There's that there. And then there's this glass, but I don't think you have enough hands for that one. All right, no worries. Thank you. So my missus is just taking out my cups and plates that get accrued into the computer room when I'm up here eating. Yeah, I'm not going to be long, darling. I've just been given the countdown to doomsday. What's this? I'll send to the Discord the first ballpoint pen drawing versus my life. Yeah, definitely do it. Because, you know, it is definitely a subject that I always wanted to be able to get into. And I've never really found, like, my missus is always turning around saying to me, it's not really something that you can sit down there and teach somebody. You can either do it or you can't. And I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that. You know, anybody can learn to do anything. And this is why I started painting by, well, not this wasn't the reason, but this is why I wanted to start the paint by numbers, because the idea of like putting paint down on a canvas is definitely more striking than it is just doing it in a colouring book. You know what I mean? It just seems to make more of a statement, and the fact that I hang them around my house as well sort of solidifies that as well. Right, so let's give it a look at it. What colour is that one? It looked like it was going to be a 19. Right, so we wanted number 12 next. We'll do that bit there, and then we got a couple of little 19s. But yeah, you feel free to send anything you want, darling, because, you know, like I said, there's a lot of people in my Discord that are really interested in other people's like hobbies and stuff. And unfortunately, because I've not been very well, I've not been able to keep the ball rolling in the Discord to keep people talking and whatever. And it has gone bloody quiet in there. I can't blame anybody else other than myself. You know, but I'm hoping at some point that the Discord actually gets bustling with people that, you know, actually make connections with each other, because that was the plan of mine all along. Nothing to do with me, you know, becoming rich or famous or anything, because I think we all know that's never going to happen. Who's going to pay millions to watch an old guy like me? But I can tell you now, I, for one, am definitely interested in everybody's art stuff and things that they do to unwind. Even Creed, you know, and much as I hate to admit it, but yeah, even him. Brilliant. So what colour was that? I think that was a 10, wasn't it? Was it a 10? I don't know. In my family, you're either good at art or you're good at baking. If you're lucky, both. Well, I mean, I can bake. I didn't get to this size without being able to bake. I can do a mean Victoria sponge. I can do all kinds of stuff in the kitchen, you know. But when it comes to art, I kind of seriously lack. My wife makes the best banoffee pie ever. Oh, God. Millionaire shortbread, all stuff I can't eat anymore or again, you know. But yeah, I make fantastic vegetable stews and stuff. And unfortunately, back when, I can't really do it much, because I can't stand there and hold pots and pans and stuff and hold myself up at the same time. But it's alright. Like I keep saying, it helps that I'm incredibly good looking. I get bad. Okay. And that bit there. Boom. I mean, I'm kind of happy with where we got to here. To be honest, I think we've done pretty well today. Like, it doesn't look like a huge amount's been done, but, you know, there has definitely been progress made, which I'm very happy about, because I am the very happy guy, apparently. And, yeah, I'm happy with the progress.